Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the newly released Netflix K-drama Genie Make a Wish, starring Woo Bin and by Suzy. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to say that I really enjoyed this drama. It was hilarious. I would say first and second episodes didn't immediately kind of swoop me in, but things started to get interesting around episode 13. Episode 3, not 13. What? But it has 13 episodes, and as far as I'm aware, you can only watch it on Netflix. Um, but such a good time, so much fun. I laughed a lot. So the drama is about a genie who was banished from heaven because he refused to bow down to humans. And he believes that he's been punished to like stay in his little genie pot because of a little girl who made three wishes that were righteous, and God said that like if he meets any human that makes righteous wishes, then he has to bow down to them. So he blames her for being trapped in the genie thing, and so he waits more than 900 years until she's like reincarnated to be able to get his revenge and kill her so that he can be freed and prove to God that he was right. So that's the plot. Now, if you don't want any spoilers, leave now. Leave. If you do want spoilers, stay. Okay. So the reason why I said he believed that it was her that, you know, caused him to be in his genie pod is because it's actually somebody else. So the villain of the show is not actually her, who in this lifetime she's a psychopath, she doesn't really feel feelings, she feels like killing people. She's raised by her grandmother who instills so much love and care into her that she ends up being a fairly decent human being. Um, Very successful too, like she went to a good university, she has her own job, she has lots of money, she wears designer clothes, she's that girl. And by the way, this is my first by Susie's drama, and I just love the way she walks in this drama. Like I don't know if that's how she walks in general, but she had the most gorgeous walk. Like I could not stop looking at the way her legs were moving. Like, oh, she's amazing. Anyway, so she goes on a trip to Dubai, and she meets the genie, and he's like, "It's you, it's that girl." And she's like, "What the heck are you talking about? Like, I don't know who you are." And he's trying to force her to make wishes, and she's just like evading it until she finally decides to make a wish to protect the people that she loves, and not protect the people that she loves, but like she starts making wishes essentially, saying that he should give other people wishes as her first wish. Her second wish was to make her grandmother young so that she doesn't die, because she says if her grandmother dies, she'll die because her grandmother's the only reason why she's not going around killing people. Because her grandmother has all these rules, and she's like, if she dies, like that's it for me. So she asked to make her grandmother young, and then the third and final wish is basically for her to be able to feel again, but that's after so much has happened. So basically, in this show as well, the genie isn't the only supernatural creature there. Like, um, there's also the angel of death, and he has beef with the genie because God said that if the genie loses in this psychological battle, then the angel of death can slit his throat. So they're brothers, but they're beefing. And that's happening, and then over time, as the genie gets to know our female lead well and like falls in love with her, they kiss multiple times. By the way, their kiss scenes were the best kiss scenes I've ever seen on screen. Like top five. Like they had the best kiss scenes. Oh my lord, I was glued. My eyes were glued to the screen. It was amazing. And then he finds out that like there are 20 years of his life and her past that they're not aware of, because he fell in love with a past version of her as well. Like they met when she was in her 20s in a different lifetime, and she died as a result of cruelty, and he burnt a city for her. So he remembers that, and they think about how to kind of be able to stay together, because ultimately one of them has to die in order for them to live. So eventually, like he's the one that kind of disappears and she's all alone, and then later he comes back to life, and they reconnect, and she becomes a genie. Like she dies and becomes a genie. So instead of her being his master, because basically the person whose wishes he has to like abide by is his master. So she's a genie now herself. She makes her own wishes. They end up together. It's really, really nice. Lovely. I honestly like what I liked the most about this drama was how funny it was. Like it was hilarious. Like I was laughing my butt off. Like they had so many on the nose jokes. So many cameos as well. Like Song Hye Kyo was in here. She's gorgeous. And then also like this actor I'm not like fully Daniel Henney, the Korean American actor. Like it was hilarious, and I just want to talk about a few hilarious moments that I literally made notes of because they were so funny. Okay, Baiji's character. If one holds a syringe without a gown on, ooh, like obviously, if you know, you know, that's hilarious. And the genie says to her grandma, "No need to call me Oppa," because the grandma asks him like how old he is so that she can like figure out his star sign, and he's like 13.8 billion years old. And then he's like, "You don't need to call me Oppa." That was just funny. And then there was a scene where they went on the like they went above the city, and he was like, I'm gonna show you the light or whatever. He turned off all the electricity in the city. I'm just gonna say that if that was me in my house, like I would be pissed, pissed. Anyway, that scene. Then in that same scene, I want to mention this isn't comedy, but this part they had the first kissing they had on screen in this show. They literally had no music. No, no, sorry, not the kissing. Wait, the scene where he's showing her the stars, like, and he turns off all the lights, they had no music playing. Like, it was very weird. They had music playing during the kiss scene. This is episode 3 that they had the first kiss. But there's like, it's weird. There are scenes in the show where there is actually no music playing, which is so weird. Because I mean, I've never watched a drama that didn't, like, had a space of silence. Like, there were literally scenes where there was silence, and it wasn't awkward, but it was definitely very strange. As somebody who's used to like, watching dramas and consistently hearing music, it was very weird. Um, then another funny bit: her grandmother, the town's having this thing, concert, whatever, and the grandmother's like, "It's like the town is broke. Why can't they get IU?" I can't. Then coming with Daniel Henney, he is playing a dog that wished to be human, a dog that wished to be human and wished to particularly look at Daniel Henney. And that's funny by itself because the dog realizes that he actually just wants to go back to being a dog and it's too hard being a human. It's hilarious. Um, then we get a shirtless scene from the second male lead in episode 5. He looked good. He was on the arm bars doing his thing. That was the best. Amazing. Thank you so much. And then, oh Lord Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm laughing right now thinking about how fun this show. Honestly, this show was so funny. This show was so funny, and then it ends. It ends with them saying the male and female lead like, "I can feel some fierce gazes upon us." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. That's me looking at you guys like, oh man, like it was." I loved it. I loved it. And you know what? Something I realized in this drama, all the romance dramas I've ever watched, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, all the men always fall in love when the women are at their weakest points. Not because the men are like sad, well, not all the time. Not because the men necessarily like sadomasochists or anything. It's just like it just happens to be that they fall in love when the female is actually going through the worst period of her life. Like that's every drama I've watched. Like it's always when she's going through something really, really difficult. Like I've realized that. I don't know if it applies to real life, but in the dramas I've watched, it's always at their weakest point that they fall in love, and I find that very interesting. Anyway, final rating for the drama is an 8 out of 10 because of the comedy. Like I was busting out laughing. The cameos were amazing. Clearly, this drama doesn't take itself seriously, but they spent money on it. There are a lot of brand endorsements in this drama, a lot of cameos that probably weren't cheap, but I'm sure they had a lot of fun filming all the different locations and everything. And like clearly they had a lot of fun. So 8 out of 10 for that. Yeah, it's not perfect. Like I would say there were a lot of scenes that like felt like filler. Like I didn't really care. Um, and some you know relationship in the show I didn't really care about. I guess, but 8 out of 10 solid. I mean, I would rewatch certain scenes, maybe not the whole show, but I definitely watched certain scenes. Like, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this drama in the comments below. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. Thanks so much for listening. Bye bye.